Well, since we announced the school, which was about 6 weeks ago, it was about 136 inquiries into the school, like interested people. And then out of those, there's been like correspondence with probably, I've answered all of them, but let's say some of them they don't like the pricing, so they don't get back to you, or they want to see if the school actually starts and opens up first before they show up. So, you know, they want to see if it's all for real, or if you're just bullshit and taking their money. Is Tommy Dreamer really going to be here, or is it some guy who looks like Tommy Dreamer and they're calling it the Tommy Dreamer School? You know, all that stuff. So, and then that's whittled down to about 5 or 6 that were confirmed that they were coming. 2 have backed out in the last 2 days, but then 2 more said that they were coming, so who knows where we're going to be at today. I don't know. They announced it on the internet that we were having the school opening, so maybe people just show up. I don't know. I think the only reason that it's going to be successful is because Tommy really gives a shit what comes out of it. So, you know, some of the emails I got, he's like, well, send me some of them. So I made like a list of them. I asked everyone to send like their picture with it, send it to him. He's like, man, some of these guys feel bad. I don't want to take their money. Like, well, we need to run a wrestling school too, Tommy. Like, like it could be anybody's dream. You don't know what anybody could do. All right, here you go, buddy. Fuck you, Dale, for missing this. That's all.
Why were you late on the first day of class?
Personal. Yep, we had agreed to meet here at 8:30. We were going to get things set up, allow everybody into the building. I wanted to make sure that we had some notes on the front door so everybody knew what to expect, gave us an opportunity to have the place set up so we could talk through everything, get everything all straight, and then get started. And then time ticked by, and my tag team partner slept right through it. The opening of our dream school that we've wanted to open our whole lives, and he missed all of it. Yeah, missed the whole thing. From the kids coming in, to the welcome to the school, to the this is the arena, to the very first conversations we ever had with them. Missed it all.
Wasn't that late.
I was going to teach them simple stuff. Like,
Morning.
How
How you guys doing?
Not bad.
Fantastic. Come on with me. So, welcome everyone. You guys put yourself down. We're gonna just one at a time come up, tell me who you are, talking about payment arrangements and all that good stuff. And then we will go inside. Tommy's inside. Does anybody know Tony DeVito? Yeah. Tony DeVito's inside as well. They'll be going in. My name is Rob Begley. I wrestle as Vic Delicious.
I'm overwhelmed with the amount of students we have. We have 10 so far, and we're going to have more.
My name is Rocco Rafito.
Garrett Smith.
Joe Horberg.
My name is Steve Kane. Adam Michael Salomi.
Harley Barth.
I'm Brooke Platzner.
Will Bing.
Robert Castillo.
DeVito showed up. That was awesome. He was here for the first day, here to just see what we were doing, offer advice, you know, be another, like, just another personality to have here. Like, if you're a kid coming to wrestling school and you see 2 guys that you saw on ECW standing in the ring as soon as they walked in, we brought them right in through here, all the lights on, up on the stage, we brought them right in. Just 2 ECW legends standing in the middle of the ring. Awesome. That's pretty cool. So, and that wasn't even something we planned. He just showed up because Tony's a good guy. Wanted to be a part of it, wanted to help out. That's awesome.
Tony DeVito came from the ECW Baldies. He just stopped by because he loves the business, and we're friends, and he's close by, and he's like, hey, can I come by and help? Fuck yeah, of course you can.
I'm going to come here and help out as much as I can. You know, come here and help my friend Tommy. I don't live very far, of course, and whenever time permits, I'm going to come out and help out.
I know there's other wrestlers like Little Guido, who's going to be here to help train guys, like, you know, amateur style, because he was in the UFC before it was UFC. And he's another guy who was short in height and overcame a lot to get it where he was in the business. We also have, you know, Vic and Hale, who are going to help guys training in the gym with weights and everything. So, I mean, it's it's really, we got a great mix of guys willing to help, and if the school continues to go well, how I hope it is, we'll have other guys, if they're close to the area where you do seminars or you do stuff like that, to share their knowledge.
This is a hard business. This is the best business. Just like anything, baseball, football, hockey, basketball. Some of you may make it, some of you may never make it. But for the fact that you're, going to do this and this is your dream, this is my dream, this is his dream, this is his dream. You guys, if all goes well, you're going to be representatives of me, which I hold very, very near and dear to my heart.
The first day we started here, I was nervous.
I'm shitting myself, for lack of a better term. Like, I don't know what to think.
What was going through my head was I was still nervous, I'll give you that. Of course, it's the first day of school.
Well, I wasn't nervous. I was just ready to show what I got.
It's surreal, actually. I didn't even, the magnitude of just meeting somebody that, like Tommy Dreamer, it didn't even hit me until I got back home.
I was still pretty much in shock from just walking up and seeing Tommy Dreamer, shaking his hand, and just like, wow. I've been to wrestling conventions before, shook other wrestlers' hands, but this was a whole different experience, because it was like I was actually going to get to talk to him, get to learn from him, get to kind of pick at his brain to learn from him. I was still in shock even up until the second day, I think.
It's crazy. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how many people were going to be here. I saw it as a small handful, so I think that's actually really cool. I feel like we get a little bit more one-on-one, like personal attention.
What was going through my mind as I was standing there with the rest of those guys? I just wanted to be respectful, kind of be a sponge, just absorb everything that I could. I didn't want to give anyone a bad impression of myself.
Wrestling is pretty much based upon who in charge and if they like you. That's really how it's based upon. If they don't like you, you could be the most talented person in the world, but they're not going to use you. And that's, you pretty much guys are wrestling fans, are smart wrestling fans, and you could see it on some guys in the business that they like or don't like. Hopefully, your talent will get you so far, and the best is, who recognizes the talent? The fans. And I witnessed guys like Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, who were super duper talented, and their talent got them to pretty much the dance. They were able to do it. I was there when Vince McMahon called, Rey Mysterio a midget. And, that midget went on to become heavyweight champion of the world. So, that's that. And who moved here from?
I think my first thoughts, we got a couple guys here that look like they could definitely be promising doing something in this. Got some athletic ability, which is really good. They kind of took a break right now, but Tommy's got 10 guys here. And actually, I'm sorry, 9 guys, 1 girl. And, they're working out. They're learning how to do some stuff right now. And so far, so good,
One kid was on a plane from 3 hours west of LA this morning, flew in, or actually last night, flew in, risked everything he had to come here. He landed in JFK, then took a subway. Then he said he took a taxi, and then he walked to get here with just a duffel bag, man. And I asked him, where's he staying? He's like, I'm kind of on the street right now. And we were like, no, you're not. We're already taking care of him. We're going to get him a job. But for the fact that kid did all that, for me to be his trainer, man, I got to hold that kid's hand for quite some time. We had another kid, 18 years old, moved from New Hampshire. We all had a hope and a dream, and I'm happy that they chose me to do it for them, and the turnout's amazing.
Yes, I moved from New Hampshire to here.
It's a little small town called Gilroy in California. It's pretty far away from LA, like 3-4 hours.
My family, they're obviously, worried because I'm only 18, so it's the first time on my own, and New York's a pretty big place.
My mom tried as hard as she could to convince me not to go, thinking it wasn't a good idea. My dad just didn't want me to go because of the distance. But all my friends were basically ecstatic for it. They were hoping the best for me. They knew since I was little that I always wanted to do this, so they're the ones cheering me on and everything. My girlfriend was pushing me. She was the one that basically helped me get the money for it.
they wanted me to do it. They wanted me because they knew I wanted to do it more than anything else. They knew I couldn't go back and do general admission classes at a regular college, and so they did, they did have their qualms about it, but they wanted me to pursue my dream.
Found out I got accepted, got the clothes I needed, got the money I need to do it, maybe a little bit extra, and just up and left. I had nothing going for me in that town, so I figured what I got to lose. She's real supportive of it, so she knows that this is what I've wanted to do, and I've actually gotten her to be an wrestling fan, so it kind of helped out. She understood. I showed her the other documentaries, them talking about how like they're far away from home, just jumping from city to city, barely seeing their families, and she understands it. So I'm actually rooming with Garrett. He's another one of the students here at the school. So we've been sharing a room since I got here, basically. Just sleeping on the floor, pretty much.
I walked in to everybody already seated because I was a little late, as I usually am, and Tommy kind of like, oh, hey, this is Brooke.
What's up, Brooke? Hello, Brooke. This is our crew. That's Brooke.
Hello.
She's stupid enough to want to be a wrestler, too.
You're so nice. And I was bright red already because I'm not used to being put in the spotlight like that. So I immediately thought, oh boy, what do all these people think about me? And my other thought was, I'm going to die.
I am not the type of person to physically abuse you in the sense of you guys, I have to, and I told this to everyone in the developmental system, I will hold your hand as long as I can until I have to let you go. I told that to Mickie James when she was crying, how come I can't make it to WWE? And then, she took off. Same with CM Punk and stuff like that, My goal is to get you guys all hired somewhere. If you don't make it, you will, I 100% guarantee you guys will have matches where people will pay money to see you. And what I tell a lot of guys when I do seminars and stuff is, I don't know what we all have dreams and goals to be professional wrestlers, but somewhere somebody will pay to see you wrestle. I remember the first autograph I ever signed. It was in Brooklyn in front of my parents. It was awesome. His name was Fred the Elephant Boy from Howard Stern's crew. But I have it on tape, man, and it was a great feeling.
On a personal note, I've been reading your Twitter a lot, and I want to say thank you for being here with all the trouble with your family and everything.
That's good. That's part of the business. I'm 41 years old. I ran into a friend of mine that we were best friends from high school and college, and we stopped hanging out because I couldn't go to his wedding because I had to wrestle. And I ran into him at a fair. He's divorced. He has kids. I have kids. And he was just like, dude, I'm sorry we fell apart, whatever. And he was just like, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, that's cool. You guys are going to have a lot of sacrifices, 100%, man. He knows what I was going through, whatever. My mom, this is also my business, and this is my first day, so, you got to do what you got to do. I was able to buy my parents a home, so all because of wrestling, so it's the payoff that you have. And I know we're all here for different reasons, but if it's money, if it's fame, if it's just your love of what you want to do, you just, we're going to get you there. Unless you're hurting.
Oh, I just thought you the first day.
No. You can go to any sports store. If you're hurting, you can eat there. You don't need anything until you feel
I did go look. I could find volleyball.
I have trace details.
Wasn't that late.
That
should also cover this right off the bat. Wrestling's not real. You're not really competing against each other. So you're working together to make this look as absolutely as athletic as possible. You're not trying to make it look pretend. You're trying to make it look as athletic as possible. That is the art behind it, is making it look as real as possible, but not hurting each other. You should be working together. Go for it.
Very good. And also, which you guys amazingly, you both did it the same way. Because if not, I have seen guys clang knees. Ooh, and that hurts.
To me, it seems like it's pretty organized. Tommy's, been talking to the guys while they're, doing a few things, doing collar and elbow tie-ups. Tommy's in there talking, letting them know about experiences he's had, experiences I've had. We've all been here. The first day we all did it. We all did our first day, and just reassuring the guys. Hey, I'm not asking you to, kill yourself right now. Just take your time. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon, and you're going to learn it. And Tommy's going to be there to take care of the guys as much as he can along the way.
Usually when you first start out, you'll be wrestling each other, which is good. But, hey, I went to Japan when I was 21 years old, and I never even met my opponent until I saw them in the ring. And I had matches with guys who spoke no English, and I speak no Japanese, and I knew how to go out there and protect myself. If they did a move or I did a move, it's a whole, you'll get there, you're on the first sentence of a chapter of a book.
Hopefully I'm in the right school for that. Yeah. So shuffle? Yeah. Okay. There you go. You can slow it down. Sure. Like if say we were like you right here. You get in the ring with a guy and he's fucking, he's running in the ring. You don't just yeah. Do you want to run around?
Are you gonna make him squat, build him up? No.
This is Tommy's business, let's say. This is a business for him. He's going to be here. He's going to train these guys. He's got guys here that are going to help him also. Tommy can't, physically be in the ring all the time with these guys, but he's going to be here. He's always going to be giving advice. He's given his phone number. They need him. They're going to call him, and he's going to be available for them 24/7, I think. That's just Tommy.
I was trained by Johnny Rods. Johnny Rods was in the ring with me all the time until the point where he physically couldn't do it anymore, but that's after I left the school, and he has other people help training. I know Killer Kowalski was in the ring with a lot of his students. I will be in the ring with my guys because they represent me. I don't care what other places do. I know what I'm going to do, and I've taken probably more bumps than half the guys today in the ring, even more than my two trainers, you lazy bastards, Vic and Hale. But that's just the way these people, these men, these women, they're going to be a reflection upon me. I have a great wrestling family of men and women that are hired in this business, and that tradition needs to, be kept. In my head, I have something called pride and self-respect, and that's what I have to go by. I'm not doing this to take anybody's money. I don't need that. I want to help give back to this business that I love and has given me so much.
I can adjust him while we're wrestling. This is all body. Where your wrist goes, your body goes. If he wanted to throw a punch at me, he really can't, and then I can start hurting him. If he has me here, guess what? I have him. And I have him with my head, and I can break his elbow. It's that simple. We lock up. I don't like how he's locking up with me. I'm going to fix him. I'm going to tell him. Hey bro, loosen up. Hey man, fucking that was a shitty lockup. Let's do it again. Shelton Benjamin's quick as a cat. He's athletic. He's a real wrestler. You go to lock up, all of a sudden he dives at you. You either got to get out of his way or he's going to leg dive, take down you right there and make you look like an asshole before the match even starts. Does Shelton Benjamin give a fuck that he makes me look like an asshole? No. He made himself look great. And if he really takes me down and I'm like this, please don't hit me. Right then and there, I'm going to go wrestle him in front of all those people. You know, Ric Flair, a lot of times you'd start off and you'd be grabbing your hands and you guys would be messing with each other's hands, you know? Or if you go back and watch old stuff, Dusty Rhodes, he's always moving his hands. You never know you get a jab. You can fucking go to lock up and the guy fucking turns away from you and then does a strut. You look like an asshole. So you can tell a guy, hey, I want to lock up with you. You go to lock up and he schoolboys you, takes you down amateur, just because he can. What are you guys going to do against Brock Lesnar? I've wrestled Brock Lesnar a million times. What are you guys going to do against Kurt Angle? What are you guys going to do against Sylvester Terkay, guys?
Do you guys all know, I'm sure you guys have come here because you know who Tommy Dreamer is, but he gives you some of the best advice because of the career that he's had. He had his opportunity to be the person that was suggesting people to be hired, getting them their jobs, giving people their jobs for WWE, the best wrestling company in the world. So if you want to know what it takes to be a WWE superstar, TNA, Impact, medium star, whatever kind of star you can be, Tommy Dreamer's a guy to ask. So Harley does have a lot of questions. He's throwing them out there. He's throwing good ones out there. You guys, you come up with them, throw them out there too. This is why you came here. You need to use every resource that you have available to you to be successful. This is going to be the hardest thing you guys have ever done. We're just about to walk into the ring for the first time. And after this, you can't ever have a first time again. So,
Robert, since you're up here on the apron first, please wipe off your feet. No, on the apron.
I'll raise everyone.
The reason why we do that is because you were outside, you could have glass on your shoes, and then if I have to bump on that, I bump in glass, and that hurts. Or you could have dog poop, or you could have something, gum, so you wipe off your feet before you get into the ring until normally once you guys purchase wrestling boots, then that's a whole other story because you're basically coming from the locker room here. But if you're coming from the street like you will be, you wipe off your ring because you also have respect because this is your new home. Since you're here first, you can get in the ring.
I got a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
I think that you guys, if you don't have money for boots as it is right now, get a pair of amateur wrestling sneakers. They're very cheap. You can pick them up at Dick's, Modell's.
Harley, you can get in the ring with him. You gonna wipe your feet if you're listening? Get back out of the ring, please. This is your house, Harley. Respect it.
Alright, in my defense, I just bought these sneakers.
No defense.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
Don't get up on the second rope yet. Nope. Don't have to say
Guys,
sorry.
we're going to save ourselves a whole lot of time and a whole lot of bullshit if you guys keep your mouth shut and listen to what Tommy says to you. Do what he says when you get into the ring. Show respect for this ring. Okay, we put a lot of blood, a lot of time, a lot of money into having this school and this opportunity here. Please don't spit in my face and disrespect it. Okay, when you're in here, you're allowed to be in here because we let you in here. Act accordingly, please. Okay? If you want to use the ropes, you want to run around, you want to bump, you want to do any of that shit, it's when we tell you to, and not a second before. Okay? So we'll throw you right out of here, I swear to God.
And there's
Please
a
show
reason.
some respect.
And there's a reason for it, guys. Trust me. Well, you weren't here before. This is the first sentence of a chapter of your life, in a book of your life. And when people ask me about, this House of Hardcore stuff, about just this one show that has taken me almost 20-something years to put together after getting fed up with all the BS of life, you have to crawl before you can walk and walk before you can run. You're a baby. And you are in your crawling stages. That's why I don't want you to jump up on the second, and that's why I want you to do stuff. And you need to have respect for this because this is where you will cry because of this business. You will lose your girlfriends, your wives. You will find your wife. You will meet many girlfriends. This is all, and it's because of this. So you two guys can now walk around, get your arms off the ropes like you're at a bar. You can walk around like you just did before. And And when you want, you can lock up. Thank you, gentlemen. Step out. Two people get in the ring, please. Get on, lay down on your backs.
Wait.
Position you will all get used to.
Did you just go into the bottom rope?
Yeah.
Are you a female?
No, I'm short as hell.
I don't care how short you are.
Take a rope.
I'm a fucking short motherfucker in this business. I ain't never gone under that rope.
We'll teach you how to get in the other way. When wrestling used to be real and there was real fan riots, which I've been a part of many, and a fan hits the ring, that's the greatest place to get them before they enter the ring, because most people don't know how to enter the ring. And that's your opportunity, because you don't know if a fan has a knife or a gun, though he wouldn't really be attacking you with a gun, or a bottle, or just wants to be a tough guy, and that's where you get a chance to get him. You could punt his face, you could just jump on top of him, all that. Taz, our ECW heavyweight champion, went to get out of the ring, caught his shin, needed 14 stitches, and he missed our pay-per-view.
Did it overlap?
Yeah, it's overlapped right over there.
And then the next night, I took a hard turnbuckle, and then I took another hard turnbuckle, and then the next match, they went to do the springboard and jumped up.
One I put in?
Thing,
I put another one over there. Does that fix it?
thank God, he held on here.
It's too short, 2 inches each way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You also. My Johnny rods, back in the day, they used to have underneath the Brooklyn Bridge
Is it still overlapping or no?
No, I got like another.
You can still come this way.
A little smaller than this. And I was getting the guys jackets and towels. I was probably about 3.5 weeks in wrestling school. I would carry the guys' stuff back. And those two guys were wrestling. They were about 6 foot 7 apiece, identical twins. They were totally going to make it in the business. They were so good. Yeah. Moonsault, everything. And I'm sitting here, the guy did the rope, the top rope breaks.
Alright, that's serious.
He hits the floor, I'm laying there, I clean it up, full of blood. He bashed his head up, fractured his skull, he never came back. His wife was let him get back in business, whatever, but that top rope broke, and he had to hold on to the way he broke it. What happened?
Or just slid.
Okay. So far, you guys have been just kind of walking. So look at the person across from you, make eye contact, and show a little bit about yourself. Show a little bit of self-confidence. Okay, it's one of those things that needs to ooze off of you is self-confidence. Not that you're being unsure of yourself. Okay, we've shown you how to lock up, we've shown you how to walk around, we've shown you how to dance. Now show me that you know how to do it. Okay, I want you to lock up, walk around the ring, look like a wrestler. Okay, stop when I tell you to stop. Do it.
No, walking around.
You are pale too. Do you need anything to drink or anything?
You look like you're dying. Trying my best, not make it obvious.
Bro, this isn't about being tough, man. You can still learn by observing. I told you, my first 2.5 weeks, I did nothing. And that was by design. Everybody's tough for what they do to their bodies, because what you will be asked to do is not natural. You will be told to fall backwards without putting your hands down. You'll be told to fall forward with keeping your hands back. That's not natural, but that's what we do. You see Ric Flair take that fucking bump all the time where we all laugh? Try and go do that. He does it on the floor too, on concrete. Try to do that. like when you're at home. See how fake it is. You know, it's just you master it. Yeah, you've seen me. I've come to this building and said, okay, throw me off of there. There's no pads or no, and I would just fall.
I think I threw you off of there.
You just get used to it. So, but again, it's because of how I was trained, and the guy who trained me was really, really good at training.
And there is a reason he's telling you to bump palms down, because if you don't and you hit your elbows, it fucking hurts. And if any of you have ever seen Stone Cold's elbows, he's got those big fucking points on them. You don't want that.
Look at Terry Funk's elbows. At times, look at me. Stevie Richards had to have this is your elbow, surrounds your elbows called your bursosat. If you ever burst your bursosat, it blows up like this and it hurts. It hurts so much.
We've all done it.
Stevie Richards has his so much, they had to remove him. So Stevie has no cushion in between his skin, and it's, you have a little sac that protects you with water. If you hit it too hard, it fills up. You gotta get it drained, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. 2 guys in, I want everyone to do it, and then you get back out that way. We're gonna strap bad. But you cock it, not bad. Cock it a little higher up in the air. Your elbow, it's almost like a process. You're here, it's like almost a 3-step process, but you're doing it in like a half a second.
See, when Tommy gets up, he takes that big step, pivots him around. That's what you're having trouble with, that big step around the backside of it?
Well, I was pretty excited because I got to show Tommy Dreamer my first bump, and he liked it, and he was impressed. I get to learn all these new moves, get the opportunity nobody else has, and it's just great to be a part of history in Poughkeepsie, New York.
At the end of the day, pretty much, damn, that was fun. I loved it, and for moving from such a small place to, I mean, this isn't obviously New York City, but it's still a lot bigger than where I'm from. I actually really like it here, and I loved the class. All the trainers have been more than helpful, I've gotten along with pretty much everybody in the class, so it was good. I liked it. It was a good feeling to go home with.
The end of the first day, I mean, I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was really cool that we got to get so hands-on right off the bat. I was really impressed with the trainers. It's wild, you're standing in the ring with Tommy Dreamer, who you've grown up watching on TV, and the fact he's talking to you like, one-on-one, like you're his peer, and, really cool trainer-to-student relationship at that point. Just a couple of questions that were on my mind was, can I, commit to this schedule? Is this something I can do and still keep up, my full-time job around? And, that was yet to be revealed at that point, but that was kind of what was going through my head at that point. Wasn't too sore, so that was nice. I know it's gonna, believe me, I'm not trying to invite the soreness, but by any means, or say they need to be tougher, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I thought I felt pretty good about what I had shown and felt like I was picking up, I guess at a good pace compared to everybody else. Not that I want to try to, I'm trying to be number one, but, comparing myself to everybody else that was here, I thought I picked it up pretty well.
Could have went to get in that ring and actually start to learn more of it. Just get to run the ropes, get to learn the high-flying moves, actually get to learn to do the moves and try and perfect the craft that I want to carry on with the rest of my life.
What was going through my mind at the end of the day was I wanted more. I couldn't get enough out of it. I was kind of sad it was over so fast. I wanted to just wrestle all day, just learn what I can learn. But I was just excited to, go to bed and rest up and come back and do it all again and just keep doing it until I can't anymore, pretty much.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I was just like, give me more. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I couldn't believe they taught us everything they did the first day, and even from all the instructors, Dreamer and Vic and Hale, just saying that, well, we didn't even do this, our first day. So, and generationally, I used to watch, WWE Tough Enough. I came in thinking that they were just gonna murder us, we were gonna do cardio, people were gonna be throwing up and puking, and like I said, I have that mentality with football, so mentally I was a little prepared for that, so kind of the kid gloves sort of thing, it was really refreshing, it made me feel comfortable, but damn it, I wanted to keep going, man. I wanted to keep learning as much as I could and just stay in there. It was great, it was awesome. I love every day, we look forward to coming back.
At the end of the day, I was like, wow, that was actually over 6 hours. Like, It really didn't feel like that. And, you know, of course, we could just say that. But honestly, it literally felt like it went by like that. I'm like, I'm finally doing this. And of course, we did like 4 billion lockups. And yeah, I've got a sick bruise like right in this general area from all of us rookies. And, you know, as soon as we walk through the doors over there, I mean, we see Tommy and the other guy in the ring, Tony, excuse me, sorry. And Vic goes, there's 2 ECW legends right there. And I'm like thinking like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then we go by and, you know, okay, I'm not saying this just to kiss ass, but Tommy is the most chill, laid back dude I've ever met in my entire life. And honestly, I'm so incredibly happy that this happened with him. I had no idea what to expect. It's like, yeah, okay, when Colt Cabana interviewed him on Art of Wrestling, it's like, that could still be a promo or something like that. He could be like putting on a face. He really is that chill. And the whole day goes by and it doesn't feel like it's going by at all. It's like, okay, this and this and this. And you know, I'm one of those people that is attached to their cell phone no matter what. I mean, if it died, I'd be out of my mind. I didn't touch it the entire day. I'm like, and that should say something. I mean, I know you don't know me, but anybody who knows me will be like, wow, he really left his phone in his bag.
This is awesome. And at the end of the first day, I was thinking, this is amazing, and it was not what I expected. I really thought that I was going to die, but I handled it pretty well for, you know, considering I'm the only girl, and I think I roughed it out like one of the guys.
The end of the first day of class, I could not believe how real it was. You know, it's one thing to see it on TV, and, you know, I'm pretty active in the internet wrestling community. I listen to all the podcasts. You know, I love the Art of Wrestling. I watch all of that. And to hear all those guys talk about it, you know, you never know how real it is until you come out there. You know, the floor is not cushy. As, you know, you guys know, it hurts. It's rock hard, really. The ropes are unforgiving. It's amazing exactly, you know, how real it is. I remember going home and the first thing I could think is like, the ring ropes really will bounce you. I always kind of thought that was exaggerated. You know, I always thought that was not on the par. But lo and behold, you hit those bad boys and they are hard and you will be propelled. That blew my mind. I mean, at the first day, I just remember, you know, the real thought that went through my head was like, what did I get myself into? You know, that was a big thought. Second one was, you know, it's just so awesome and so gratifying that how could I not come back? Here I am.
Mine's still in my side bag. And, you know, of course, like, it ends, and you got to go back to the real world. And it's like, okay, I had the most fun I've ever had. And, of course, they're like, okay, you're going to be sore. Your body's going to kill you tomorrow. I woke up the next morning, dropped down, did, like, 50 push-ups, did a little run up and down my stairs, and was like, I'm not hurting as bad as everybody said I would hurt. Let's move on. Of course, yeah, you know, bruise, handprint, legitimate. But, like, other than that, I felt great. A lot of fun.